Hello, friends, and welcome to the Cinemondo podcast with Kathy, Mark, and Burk, talking about movies and movie trailers.
Yeah.
This is a much anticipated trailer, by the way.
Mark, when you were a kid, did you have Barbie dolls?
My sisters did. Okay, maybe I had a. I do have them now, though. I do have.
You
Barbies
didn't have a
and
Ken doll?
now.
What about Ken doll? Do you have
Kathy,
Ken doll?
when you were a kid, did you have Barbies? Are you a Barbie girl?
Oddly, I was not a Barbie girl. My cousins were, my friends were. I was more into stuffed animals and like plastic horses. But I did, all of us did the Ken and Barbie having sex moments with our dolls at some point. So I would play with that. That always happened. And then some people would cut Barbie's hair and she looked horrifying. And it was like, why did you do that? What did you cut her hair for?
Well, this is
but I don't think I ever really played with them, like fighting.
Oh, okay.
I think I just sort of looked at them. I was kind of an early nerd. I just sort of put them on the shelf and
so no G.I. Joe men in our midst? Nobody had a G.I. Joe?
I didn't have G.I. Joe.
There was some crossover G.I. Joe and Barbie sometimes in my circles.
Was there really?
One day she was being naughty. She'd be like, "Yeah, I like a soldier."
Ooh. Head over to the
and Ken would be like, "Well, what about me?" It's like, you're a big yuppie nerd. Get out of here.
I'm going to the base for some action.
Exactly.
Go to the PX.
I love a man in a uniform.
Oh.
So anyway, this film is Barbie. It's just called Barbie, and it's directed by Greta Gerwig, who did Little Women and Lady Bird, and she was a kind of a art house indie girl actress, and she was a very well regarded indie girl. And
I'm sure she would love that.
Barbie girl, I know. Sorry, you can edit that. But this one is also written by Noah Baumbach, who is an interesting filmmaker, and it stars Margot Robbie as Barbie and Will Ferrell and Ryan Gosling, I think, is Ken.
Ryan Gosling plays Ken, I think.
No.
Yeah, I think
so.
No
way. That's Ryan Gosling. No way he's playing Ken. Oh, well, maybe.
I think so. Yeah.
I actually love that idea. If he is, that makes it very perverse.
But Margot Robbie is a perfect Barbie in my estimation.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Because she's edgy too.
Yeah. That's the thing. The interesting thing about this movie is the edgy thing. If this movie had been made 10 or some years ago, it probably would have been a straight product related, toy commercial for kids. Barbie would have been just like the Barbie cartoons and TV shows. Where she would have been, "Hi kids, let's go on an adventure today and learn something about morals," and it would have been like flat out, straight ahead. Yeah, it would have been a straight ahead product commercial type of thing. But this, I think, in the era that we're in, we're sort of pushing envelopes and we're pushing boundaries into other realms. And I think Barbie has become something else than what Barbie was in the past. Now Barbie sort of represents this sort of body image thing. Barbie, a lot of women have sort of come out and started talking about their feelings about Barbie and what Barbie represented to them and how they feel about themselves and their own appearance compared to Barbie and things like that. And there's some heavy issues in there.
Yeah, there is.
And I think this movie, evidently, it appears that it might address those issues in an interesting, satirical way, in a maybe biting commentary on the culture of Barbie.
Yeah.
Well,
but nobody really knows because nobody's seen it yet.
They're being very, very tight on this movie and what it's about, and I love that because it's all we've gotten for a long time. It's just been a couple photos.
Right.
Everybody's like, "What is that?"
And a teaser that looks really bizarre, and then this teaser we're going to watch today, which looks really bizarre. It's like I think they're going to go quirky with this.
I think so.
I love that. I love that they're doing something special with it. So we'll see.
Let's check it out.
Shall we check it out?
Yep.
Yeah, let's do it.
Roll that Barbie.
Since the beginning of time, Since the first little girl ever existed, there have been dolls. But the dolls were always and forever baby dolls. Until...
Shiny legs.
Very flat. I want more.
I know.
Not even Will Ferrell. We just got Ryan
know.
Gosling in the Great Fringe.
Well,
It looks like it's going to skewer popular culture in an interesting way,
definitely.
and
without question.
yeah,
Kind of a cool thing, the Barbie. I know this because I was at an estate sale and I picked up the very first Barbie ever made, and that is the
she's wearing-
exact
that is the suit. Yeah,
that black and white striped
Oh.
swimsuit is exactly, that's her outfit. That's her hair done up that
And the
way. So that's like
sunglasses.
the original, the original
That's
Barbie
great.
from 1958. So kind of cool.
so she's the
it looks
first
really fun.
appearance of Barbie in the ancient times.
Yeah.
I love too how when they introduced her first, clearly like that was a plastic doll that they were shooting.
Right.
She was still, and then the legs were also the plastic doll. And then she became like Margot Robbie, became real.
Right.
And I also liked that little indicator, which, of course, that was Helen Mirren doing a voiceover. I
Yeah.
like that statement she made about when dolls first arrived on the scene, they were always baby dolls.
Right.
Like we didn't have like an adult woman as a doll for a long
Right.
time. I wonder what that. I think part of it too was a little bit of girls need to learn how to raise babies. So that's what it was
Right.
about. Like,
Yeah.
and that's what women were expected to do. And then
Right.
as time went on a little bit, women started being a little more independent, a little more women's rights were coming into a little more. And then we got, let's have an adult doll that she can have a career, or she can go to the beach when she wants, or she can have whatever Ken version she wants.
Right.
It's like
Yeah.
she gets to
Yeah.
have some power. So that was kind of an interesting take on how dolls evolved in a way.
Well, I think to be fair, there were adult dolls before Barbie. In like in the old days, there were dolls that looked like little Victorian ladies and things.
Like
Those
the
porcelain
German dolls. Yeah.
Yeah.
With the costume of the culture and things like that. But I think the difference with Barbie was that Barbie was kind of like a younger person, like a doll of, not like a Victorian lady who you're going to have a tea party with. She was
Right.
she was a woman that has a Corvette, and she's going to zoom over and see
She
her
wasn't like a
boyfriend.
wife. Like
And
she
she had
wasn't a doll as a
friends.
wife or yeah.
Right.
She's gonna
They
go
had
to Malibu
skateboards
or-
and
yeah,
it's Malibu
camper.
Barbie.
Modern,
Yeah.
Fun
like,
Barbie.
yeah, and you had all those cool clothes that you could play with.
Yeah.
I like
I read somewhere, someone told me.
I like that. I mean, I like the 2001, obvious 2001.
Yes.
Very
Very funny.
it's kind of fun. The evolution of dolls.
Yeah.
Much like the evolution of man.
Yep.
So it's kind of interesting. And then you see literally 10 seconds of the film, I guess.
Right.
The scene with Ryan
Dancing.
Gosling.
Everybody's dancing. It looked like an Indian film. It was like it had those music breaks, and they're all like big production
those-
numbers.
Those pink houses, those pink toy houses that look like play
Yes.
sets that you would open up and it would show the inside of the house. And
The pink dune buggy, I saw that back there. It looked like it was in
Yeah.
there on the street. So funny. So good.
I
So I
think
have a
it's gonna-
poster, which is also pretty obscure if you want to see that.
Sure.
it's going to be bizarre.
There you go. That's
Yeah.
all we get.
It's that Barbie pink. Yeah.
Wow.
And they
yeah.
they only have Ryan Gosling's name on the poster too. But yeah, we're just there. I like this campaign because we all know Barbie. The only thing
That
we don't know
logo,
is
yeah.
what the hell they're gonna do with it. And that's the
Right.
like, well, give me more. So I love that they're
Right.
being super stingy and like
Right.
they don't want to give it away, because giving it away that's the whole fun of the surprise of what
Right.
they're gonna do with the storyline.
Right.
So it's fun.
And I'm wondering
I
what the
think they
rating
want
will
you
be. Will it be a PG rating? Will it be PG-13? Or will it be
No
a
way
G?
it's R. No way it's
No,
R,
I
though.
know. I'm just wondering if it's going to be G or is it going to have some racy stuff in it. I don't know.
But it's a
Well, they have
kid's toy, it's like kids,
Yeah.
little girls who play with Barbie dolls are going to want to see it. So I think it
Right.
would be doing a sort of a disservice to actual kids
but
if
then
it
at the same
if it
time, I don't want it to be a kids movie. It's like,
well, here's my theory. I have a feeling it's going to be a kids movie disguised or an adult movie disguised as a kids movie. I think it's going to be one of
okay,
those movies that if you're a kid, you're going to enjoy it because it has the story and the Barbie and Ken and stuff.
right.
But I think if you go see it as an adult, you'll get something else out of it,
Almost like a Pee
That's
Wee's
what
Big Adventure, like
Yeah,
that
Yeah.
movie.
exactly.
That movie, I have
The
that sense
versus
it could be
stuff
like
you
a
don't.
Tim Burton-esque sort of like
Yes,
early that kind of vibe
Exactly.
where it's
that would be
that kind.
great.
That's the perfect
It is.
example of a quirky movie. Pee-wee's Playhouse, the TV show,
Yeah.
was a kids TV show. Like, welcome to Pee-wee's Playhouse, but then there's stuff in
Exactly.
there that's like, if you're an adult, you get what he's talking about
You're
here.
going to enjoy it. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
fun. Yeah, that's actually. I wonder if it'll be like weird sex scene where they just kind of how the kids thought
Team
sex
America.
was and bang the
Oh,
dolls
see,
together.
I thought of World Police. Yeah, Team America World Police. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Be so
Not if
good.
it's a kids movie. They won't go that far.
They won't
but,
understand what's happening. They'll have their clothes on.
But they may
Yeah.
they may be suggestive in a way that goes over kids' heads or
Right.
or
Go in the
doesn't
bedroom
really
and then
address.
there's like, yeah.
Yeah,
who
it'll be
knows?
very
Yeah.
chaste. Like
That's
Yeah.
what makes it intriguing. How are they going
Yeah.
to pull this off?
How are they
it's
gonna-
the
yeah.
tone.
Yeah.
I cannot figure it out. It's very strange.
know.
So
Cool.
There you
Well,
go.
it's coming out
Intrigued.
next year. It's going to be a big summer movie. I think it's coming out in
It
the
is.
summer, so I think it's a little ways away.
got
But
some time.
Barbie,
And I think
starring.
it may do well. It may do well because of the mystery that they're leaving with it.
Yeah.
If they continue to do these kind of teaser ideas like that teaser poster and the teaser trailers, if they leave it like if they don't give us the story in the next trailer,
Yeah.
it may do well because people are like, what the hell is this? What are they going to do
Yeah.
with this movie?
Yeah.
I want to go see
And
Well,
the
this.
people
we're
talking about it
intrigued
are
by it.
adults. I mean,
Yeah.
the adults are the ones interested. Like, I don't know if kids are interested or not. I haven't, talked to anybody.
Is Barbie still a toy? I mean, I guess you
Is
can
it?
still get brand new Barbies, right?
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, you can get them
Barbie,
now. They're much more varied too. They're not all just white
Yeah.
blondes.
No, it's a whole
But do
different.
kids now think Barbie is cool? Is Barbie still a cool thing, or
Yeah,
It's
Bart,
not
tell
like-
us.
Oh, and Val wasn't much of a doll person, to be honest with you.
Right.
Yeah, she
but
was
I know
like
the
me.
big-
She liked animals
Yeah,
and
she-
stuff.
Yeah, exactly. I know American Girl dolls were the huge thing
Right.
when she was very young and she wasn't into it. But Barbies, I know Barbies are still made. I don't know, I'm sure they're somewhat popular. I mean, it's one of those sort of, that brand that's been around forever. And I
but
guess
they were
will always
more
be made.
popular with older people?
Sure.
Like there's
Yeah, and
older
they were big
adults.
in the 60s and 70s. That's when they were. I think that was their heyday. Maybe the 80s too. But
Yeah, it seems like
Sort
they're
of
kind of
like-
hitting that moment.
Like Hot Wheels were for
Yeah.
us, older people. Hot Wheels
Yeah.
were such a big thing. Now, I mean, you can still buy Hot Wheels cars.
Yeah.
But I
Right.
don't think they're the big cultural touchstone toy that they once
Yeah.
were. And if they made a movie about Hot Wheels with all the logo and that 60s hot rod vibe to it, I don't think modern kids would get it,
No, we would
Yeah.
get it. But I think what they'll do is when
Yeah.
this movie comes out, believe me, there'll be a lot of Barbies on the shelves, that look
Right.
more
Yes.
like Margot Robbie than
It'll be the
Barbie.
Right.
new Barbie in this movie. That's kind of the
Yeah.
new old Barbie, right?
Right.
and all the
Exactly.
costumes from the movie and the toys from
Yeah.
the movie. Hopefully
Right.
it's not a crass, money grab, toy commercial type
Not
of
with
movie.
these filmmakers. I think this is going to
Not with Greta Gerwig and Noah Baumbach.
Yeah.
I think they're
Yeah.
really trying to make something interesting and
Yeah.
different. And I just get the sense that even with this little teaser
Self-aware.
trailer, that it is going to be different and weird. Like
Yeah.
just her putting her sunglasses down and looking, it's like
Yeah.
she has something up
And
her
winking.
sleeve, in a weird
Yeah,
way.
she's
It
sly.
made me like the Lego movie. Remember that? That was
Yeah.
actually really good. And it sort of went into the culture of toy commercial movies
Yeah.
and
Right.
addressed that whole
Mhm.
idea of toys and it was actually, it would be fun for kids. And also when I saw the Lego movie, I actually really liked it because it was
Yeah.
funny and it had adult, it was grown up, sensibilities in
Right.
it.
Right.
Mhm. There you
Cool.
go.
Maybe this will be
There it
the
is,
same kind of
Barbie.
thing.
We have
And we-
men excited to see a Barbie movie. That's something.
And we'll see when the next trailer comes out. I'm sure we'll take a look at it. Maybe a little bit more
definitely will.
information, maybe not too much, but maybe a little bit more.
Exactly.
I know it has.
Yeah.
I mean, it's nothing to do with Margot Robbie in a bathing suit or anything like that.
No,
It's
no,
just
nobody wants to see that.
I want to see it as a cultural,
For the artistry.
Yeah, like
Uh-huh.
we're addressing pop culture and the treatment of women, body image, and things like that. That's
I think the
yeah.
bare-chested shot of Ryan Gosling was not necessarily directed at children either. So I'm just saying.
Well, that's a part of the toy. I mean, when you take the shirt off of the Ken doll,
Clean
right?
chest. That's right.
Plastic. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
All right.
So,
Enough of this nonsense. All right.
I think we should
Thanks
stop
for
right here. Let's
we all
end
need
this.
to take a break, I think.
There's a couple other things I want to address, but I want to end the podcast before I address those things.
Yes,
Okay,
let's
good.
talk about
Good.
that off mic. We'll get in trouble. Okay.
Take care, everybody.
Bye.